do you think crypto native assets like ETH and even like Bitcoin, like funding rates, do you guys see, you know, Bitcoin funding rates in the near future?
It is a kind of a philosophical, semi-philosophical question for us, right? So if you ask, like, we all know what is the US dollar rate. If you ask someone what is a Bitcoin's rate, I actually think the closest proxy for that, and some people try doing like, what is Ethereum's rate? Oh, it's like a lending rate on it probably isn't, right? Because there's not a lot, not a very significant percentage of that asset is sitting on Aave. So if you ask what is the Bitcoin's rate, it's probably its funding rate to some of the centralized exchanges. So something like funding rate on the Purple Binance is probably much closer to that than something like a lending rate on some of the decentralized protocols. So we already do funding rates from centralized exchanges for Bitcoin and ETH. We're looking at expanding the asset universe as well. So today you can come in and, for example, lock in your rate or like actively trade or arbitrage something like June rates on Binance and OKX on Bitcoin, right? Or you could potentially do a trade looking at if you spot some discrepancy between the funding rates for Bitcoin and ETH on the same exchange, you can do that type of cross-currency arbitrage.
Hmm.
You can do some curve trades, steepeners, flatteners, a bunch of things that we already permit. And we want to expand the universe of those assets, but we don't want to go too deep into long tail assets because it's super easy to create custom things, but it's really hard to make them liquid. So if we're looking to be an exchange, and for an exchange traded products, we feel that the top pairs and the top names that people are following are probably more significant potential in terms of trading volumes, if not for other things.